Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you the basics of Cinema4D. So this is a new series that I started. Many people ask me, yeah, can you show me how you use Cinema4D or how it's working? So if you're new in Cinema4D and you need a new tutorial for, I don't know, the R26 or something, this video is good for you. So I show you in this video the basics, and later on we go to deeper into stuff like rendering or modeling or everything else. So this is the start of this series, and yeah, let's get started. For the start, this is what you're gonna see if you start Cinema4D the first time. In the newer versions you have this new layout. I don't like this layout that much because, yeah, I use Cinema4D since, I don't know, the R12 or R30 or something, and it looks a little bit different. They changed it because I don't know why. It don't make sense to me. I think it should look more like Blender or something. That's because for me and for this series we go to the old layout. You can do this if you click on this new layouts thing here and press again on the standard layout. This is the standard layout that you have in Cinema4D. So first, how you can move like I did. You can use these buttons here on the top. This is for that type of moving, this is for zooming, and this is for something like a rotation. And if you click on this, you can see your top view. So it's like, wait, I show you something. This is for something like, you see this from your object only from the top. So it's like something like, you know, this, but it's the best angle. So this is the 90-degree angle from this side, the front view or the right view. You can change this if you go to view, no, not view, to cameras, and then you go to back or right or front or parallel. What is really nice, you can also go here on this one, so on these buttons here. And this is for something like really cool cinematic renders. I don't know, it looks really cool. But you can also move if you press the Alt button and left click is this type of moving. Wait, we go back to something like the perspective view. So if you press Alt and left click, you do this, right click you zoom, and middle click you move like this. This is how you move in this program. I think it's really good, and I think it's better than Blender for my taste. That's because I hate the Blender movement, because you need to press something else, and I don't get this in my head. I don't know. So yeah, just click anywhere and press Alt, left click, and you can rotate like this. It's really nice. So this is how the basic viewport moves work. So this is your viewport, how you move. On the left side you have the modes that you can use. I can show you this later on. On the top you have some options that you can use. On the right side you have your objects. It's like where your objects live. So if you, for example, go and click here on the cube, just click, you get a cube that you see on the viewport. You see here your objects, and on the right side you see your attributes that you can change, like the size or the size of the X, Y, and Z axis. So you can scale this like that, and yeah, that's really easy. You also can change your segments, but you can see this now, but I'll show you that later. So yeah, as I told you, when you click on the top here and you have this little, I don't know, corner here, you can hold left click and you can search for everything else. So you need to still click and go to some other shapes. You can use something like the default shapes, or on here you can go for something like a splines that's only an edge with points, not a whole polygon surface. And yeah, that's how that works. So you can switch here. On the top you have something like file. You can save a file or merge a file to the project. If you have a FBX or OBJ, that's a 3D replication file that you can put on here. So if you go to merge, you put this into object, and if you go to open project, you open a new project. We do this for showcase purposes really quick. So you can open C4D files, but you can also open something like a FBX. FBX is a file format that has animated stuff with joins or something like this, like a animated 3D thing. So now we have this thing here. But if you have something like a project that you already had, so I don't know, you have a project like you have a scene here built, and you just want to import something, but you want to import it with other file, you can switch between that here on the top, or you go to window and here you have your files. So as example, you model something here and you don't want to have your whole scene in the same time. You can copy that with Control Z or right click copy. Okay, perfect, I can't find it. Yeah, you need to press Control C and Control V here, and then you can import it here, and you can move between your projects if you have more than one or something. The problem is if you have, wait, I show you that really quick. If you have more than, I don't know, yeah, more than 12 or something, I don't know, you can go back and you need to get this anyway. But for this problem, you can go to window and you see everything that you have open here. Yeah, if you need that, I don't know, I think you need that. You don't need that that much. You have some other modes on the top here for modeling. That's like a workspace that that you can get for other job. I don't know, you need to model something, you can go in here. You need to sculpt anything, you can go here. UV edit is for the texturing part, where the texture is and everything. You can go to this, or you can go to paint and you can paint your texture, rigging, animation, tracking. If you have a 3D footage where you need to track your 3D data in it. Scripting, if you code something, I don't know. Nodes, that's the procedural setup for set up some stuff. And visualize is, I don't know, I think something like an export thing. I never use that. I just use the standard or sculpting or UV edit tab, I don't know. So you don't need that much. Yeah. That's many things. So now we go to something like a basic modeling stuff and what the parts here on the left do, left from the camera here. So for example, you have a cube and you need to edit this cube a little bit. So I don't know, you can drag this with this parts in here and the size here and this part here. You can go for the sizes. Maybe you like this and you want to move this back to the bottom here. So you have this, wait, I need to move my camera really quick for showing you this. I put it in the down corner here. I hope this works. So you have this one. This is for Polygon Selection. We don't need us for that. This is the move tool where you can go for this type of arrows and you can move it around for the edges here. Control Z for going back. This is what I click here, and as you can see, you can move it really easy. You can also go for the size if you drag these points here on a surface that is a cube or something. It's important that is not a polygon object, but I show you that later. Yeah, you can move this here and go for the sizes. You can rotate this cube with that. You can also click anywhere here and you can go for a move like this, or you can go for this and you can move it like that, but you change all of the directions. That's the problem. If you go to coordinates, you can see that this coordinates part is on every object that you have, and as you can see, you have every axis that you move, and if you have if you click on the arrows, you just change one of them. I think that makes sense. So same thing with the rotation tool. If you go to this, you move everything. But as I told you, if you go for something like this, you can change it like that one. For example, we move this like that, and if you press V or go to this here, you can change the parts where you move the things. Yeah, this is the object mode, so it's like you move it like where the object faces, and this is the world direction. This is how the world is centered, and this is the world direction, and this is the direction for the object. And as you can see, it changes the faces and where it's going to move and the angle of the whole object. I don't know how to explain it right, but I hope it you understand it. It's not that hard. So it's just for, I don't know, you need to move it now, like you want to move it like in this direction, but you have this mode here because you rotate it. So then you go to this here, and then you can move it like this, and you don't need to go for something like this, and then it isn't that correctly or not that good, so you can just move it like this. This is what this thing here does. The X, Y, and Z locks the movement. If you go only for the Z, as you can see, you can move it in the other directions, or you can lock only one, so you can move it in the left or the right, just for this kind of thing, just for up and back. I don't know. I hope it makes sense. So you can also go for numbers here. So if you put this to 000, you can put it directly to this, or you press this button here. This is like a reset deform, and it sets it already to the 0. It's really easy. Now we go to this tool here. This is the overall scale, so you can scale the overall, or you go for axis. But this is not working because we have a procedural object from Cinema4D. I'll show you this how it works now. You need to click on this top here. So this is the mode where you have, as you can see, it's not longer cubes or something. It's just a polygon object, and now you can move it like this. You also can go for this is for the UV protection. That's not that important, but you can go for this tools here. This is the point mode. So now you can see the points that you have, and you can move the points around, something like this. As you can see, it's really nice. So if you need to model something, you can go for other shape, or you can go to the edge mode, and you can move the edges like this, or you can go to the polygon mode, and you can move the whole polygon. Polygon is the face of that surface, I don't know. So yeah, and that's how you're gonna model it. But as you can see, you have only one polygon each side, and if we go back to the default cube, you can go for segments. Segments are the faces that you have. So if you drag something like 12 in it, you get something like this. That's really, really easy, and that's how this works. Okay, and then we have this thing here. This is the center of the object. So we need to make this to one object, and then you can move the center. So if you now move it or rotate it or something, you just move the center of the object. If you click another times on it, as you can see, the center is here, and you move from this part, not on the middle of it. You can change this back if you go to Window, Command Manager, and you go to Center, Axis 2. You can also drag and drop this in here. This is how you customize your whole layout. So if you drag and drop this in here, and you go to Window and go to Customization, save this as Startup Layout, you have this always when you go to Startup. And if you click it in here, it uses the main face or the middle of the object. But as you can see, we have the problem that the rotation isn't working. That's not so good. So we go back. Okay, this is how that thing works. This thing here, for that one we need a second object. This is a solo mode. So if you click something like the object that you want to edit now, so we want to edit a cube, but we have the problem that we have something in there that's a second object that needs to go needs to be on this. You can go for hide this. This is for the street view, the display here. I don't know, the not the street view. What is the name? The edit view. I don't know. And the other one is for something like the render view. So if you click it once and you have something like a folder or a null, and you hide this, everything that is green is shown and everything else not. But if you click it 2 times, you hide this. But for example, you have many objects and you don't wanna hide everything by yourself. You can and you wanna edit this cube here. You can go for the solo mode. So you just click 1 time on this eye here. You have the solo mode, and only this object is shown that you have selected. You can also select 2 objects, and only the 2 objects are shown. And now you can, I don't know, edit something like face or polygon. Really easy. I don't know what this tool does. I never see that before. This is like a auto snapping tool, so you can click on this and now it's snapping to a point or face or something else, so you need to specify this in here, 3D snapping. Enable quasi thing. Wait, where is that? Modeling. So here you can add a ratio where you can move things. Now it's on 5, and if you press this, put this to something like 20, you can only go 20 centimeters forward or backward, or 70. Now you can see it's more like this. So that's how that works. Same for the scale and rotation texture. Yeah, that could be working if you work on a project and you need to move something like a polygon only 5 centimeters or 20 centimeters. I don't know, that is helpful, but I never use it that much. You can do that, but you don't need to. Oh, we need to disable that. Okay, that's how this one works. I don't know what this one is doing, but yeah, it isn't that much important. So this is the important things. So I think for the end of the video I show you what this type of things here doing, and then we can stop the video and I show you a specific yeah, part like modeling or something in another video, and then we can go for something like this. For the view you can do some custom settings, so that's not that much important. Cameras, as I told you, you can go for something like the left view, the top view, the parallel view, the perspective view, or go for something like this. It's just a few modes that you can watch if you want to edit something or place a camera there. Navigation, center mode, cursor mode, object mode. Yeah, I always have this on cursor mode, I don't know. Displaying is important if you wanna check your wireframe or something. So now you have the lines. The lines are the segments that you have. This is the wireframe, how the polygon orientation or everything looks like. Quick shading, it's a little bit different to something like the other shading methods. Wait, maybe I need to place a light to show you that. So now you have not the shading, and if you go to this, it show you in the viewport how the light is look like, and the quick shading mode isn't doing that. That's not so important. I always use this hidden lines mode, so you don't see anything, only the wireframe and the shape of the polygons, and lines are only showing the lines of the whole surface. And options, you can set up many things about yeah, how the level of detail is looking like in the viewport, and effects like post-processing that is shown, anything that you need to show or not shown. I don't know, it's not that much important for starter things. So the presets, you can use filter presets. You can disable on the filter, you can disable the work plane. It's also really nice. You can hidden joins, that's like character stuff where you can move the character parts. So if you delete, disable this, you can see that. You can disable the lights and everything. It's just like, or deformers, it's just like hiding stuff that you don't wanna see. You can also edit your panels here. You can also click middle click and you come to this view here. You can edit the panels that you have and move from the panels. You can also press F1, F2, F3 later on. You can add a new panel where you can put this to, I don't know, your second monitor or something, and if you move here, you move your objects here, you can see yeah, how it looks like in here. So yeah, you can change your something like your camera. You can place your camera here and move things around, and you can see how it looks in the camera. And yeah, that's also really nice. I don't use it that much, but it's really good. I think the last thing that I show you is the camera. That is really important. If you want to edit something and you have the right spot here, something like you want to render this from here, you really like this view here, you click on the camera, and then you can move everything, and you can move yourself into the viewport, and it's really nice. And you want to edit anything, and you can click on here and go to the camera, or you click on here and you are in the right spot where you want to be, and go to the default camera again, edit something and watch it. And yeah, that's how the camera is working. That's really nice. You can also animate this and everything. But yeah, I show you this in another video. I hope you like this video. I think this is the end. I hope you understand everything. Just write in the comments something that you want to know, or what I need to improve, and explanation. It's something sometimes a little bit hard to, yeah, try to explain everything to someone who never used Cinema4D or something else. So yeah, this is a starter video. Many people mean, so I should do something like this. That's because I'm gonna do this. And yeah, write down something in the comments that I need to show you. And yeah, goodbye.